Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Chance, and I do art and things. So, something happened to me over the weekend, and it got me thinking about hard work and what that specifically means and what it could potentially lead to. So first, you're like, well, Chance, everyone says to work hard. Like, I'm trying to be an artist. I'm listening to everything. I'm listening to my instructors. I'm hearing tutorials, and they're all saying, work hard, put in the effort, put the pencil to the paper, and get going. Well, I'll be the first one to say there's a little bit more to hard work than just the word hard work. I've recently defined it in my head as two things. It is consistent effort that is intentional. Your brain has to be ready to soak up any knowledge that you are trying to put into it. Meaning anything, excuse me, hand-eye coordination, taste, fundamentals, shape, value, color theory, perspective, composition, repetition, pattern. You think of it, your brain has to be willing to put in the effort for that and also be willing to soak it in. Big reason why is it's not going to remember everything. Your brain is going to latch on to some things, keep them readily available for you, but then the others, it's going to store away. Another thing to kind of keep in mind with hard work is that it is frequent knowledge gathering. Again, your brain must be ready and intentionally trying to store as much information as possible. And storing information, whether it be by tutorials, physical classes, valuable critique from a mentor or peers that understand kind of the direction that you want to go in, or your circle of trust, random experiences throughout the world. Like, you could be walking around and see the sun casting light and it wrapping around the form of a rock, and it just like dawns on you like, oh, that's really cool, I kind of understand how that's working now. All of these things are a catalyst, which leads into what I think is probably the most important part of the whole learning process, because the hard work allows your brain to start storing information. You're pretty much learning as long as you are intentionally trying to do something with your work. The problem is accessing this information. So you're putting in the hard work, let's say you're drawing like 30 arms every single night. The first time you're tracing it. The second night you're looking at a reference and you're trying to copy it as much as possible. And then the third night you're doing your best to replicate it without looking at any form of reference or anything. And based off of how that goes, you either go, okay, I gotta go back to the drawing board, I gotta go back to tracing, I gotta go back to referencing, and then I'm gonna try it again and see what happens. Or it looks pretty good, move on to the next thing, circle back around. Now, what's happening is during this process, your brain is soaking in that information. Again, it's accessing some of it, but while it's doing that, it's like, oh wait, I kind of have to munch on some more details here. I don't quite understand. We'll unlock this later once we're ready to. Now, putting in that hard work leads to opportunities. And what I mean by opportunities is it's moments that you kind of put yourself in because you're already doing the work. This could be you're allowing yourself to have the opportunity to drawing 90 arms in 3 days. Who knows what information you might automatically unlock by doing that. You're giving yourself opportunities by going out and reaching out to mentors or peers to get critique. Maybe they can point something out a whole lot quicker than you can see it that's maybe a little bit off about your work. And in doing so, you're opening up the door to epiphanies. Now, I think epiphanies, or that aha moment, is probably the key part of any kind of learning in art. Without these, I don't think you can progress, or rather progress as quickly as you would like. And basically, it's the information that your brain is storing while it's putting in the hard work, while you're getting these opportunities. Your brain storing the information, something happens, something that somebody says. Like recently, I was at Lightbox Expo, and a wonderful artist by the name of Tyler Jacobson. I went up to his booth and I told him I liked his work, and I asked for a portfolio review. He looked at my stuff. I think he liked it for the most part, but he spotted a few things that I could most definitely work on. One of those things being what he self-described as value patterning. Just the name of that kind of already unlocked a little bit of something in my brain. I couldn't quite tell at the time what that was, and then he went on to explain. He started telling me, well, hey, let's just say you got a light-skinned individual and they are wearing a dark robe. The darkest dark of that light skin won't touch the lightest light of the dark valued robe that the character is wearing, unless there's other circumstances like specular light or something like that that's happening on the illustration. But in general, they won't touch each other. And as soon as he told me that, it was like unlocking a treasure chest of knowledge. I was like, oh yeah, duh, of course, that makes so much sense. And the reason why that happened is because I've studied value for a little bit now. I know the fundamentals of it, I understand it, but my brain was holding on to this value patterning information until Tyler Jacobson worded it in a way that I could understand. My brain unlocked it, and now this information is readily available to me. And I think that's one of the coolest and probably my most favorite moments of doing art in general, is having these aha moments. It's like a rush of adrenaline. It's like pumping, and it's like, oh yeah, duh, I know this, but I wouldn't have known this otherwise. This is fantastic. I can now level up and move on and try and grow more. And that's pretty much it. Hard work is a catalyst for opportunities that will hopefully lead to epiphanies, and so on and so forth. It's a cycle. Put in the hard work, put in that consistent, intentional work. Seek knowledge. Okay, you're seeking knowledge, you're putting in the work, here's some opportunities. Are these opportunities going to lead to epiphanies that are going to be like, oh, yes, I know this now, I'm going to further my art. And that's pretty much where my brain went over the weekend. It was interesting. Not only did his words affect, I think, my thinking of value, but also my thinking of learning art. And it's super exciting. I kind of hope this makes sense, because I think it's a whole lot more valuable to think of learning art as a cycle as opposed to just doing hard work, because no matter how much hard work you put in, if you're not getting these opportunities that are leading to these aha moments, I don't know how quickly the progression will happen. And I know this kind of firsthand. I'll probably get into that more in a later video. But for now, that's all I got. Again, I hope this makes sense. If you liked this random art talk thing, Please be sure to let me know below if you have any questions, or you got lost and you're confused as all get out at what I was even saying. Please let me know below, and I'll try to elaborate as best as I can, either in the comments or in another video entirely. If you like this and you want to see more stuff, please subscribe or follow all of my other content, especially my Instagram, because that's where I post the most, and that link will be either up here right now, maybe, I don't know, we'll see, or down below in the description. So thank you very much for listening this long. Remember to be kind to everyone and have a great day.